And this is the hypothesis that I want you to participate in. The hypothesis is that we start with dialogue, right? We start with trying to understand each other, with asking questions, with celebrating each other's cultures, and that's what we're going to do tonight. But there are two other steps that we do in this initiative with our partners, with you. The next step is that we recognize that both of our communities often need solidarity, right? They need someone to stand with them when there's instances of Islamophobia or anti-Semitism or other acts of hate. And so we ask our brothers and sisters to stand with us. That's the second step. And then the third step, as we're listening to each other, right, as we're engaging in conversation, we also listen to what's happening in the community around us, right? We understand that people are being deported, that the average age of a homeless person is 12, that people are being gunned down every day, and we find out that what happens when Jews and Muslims get together is that we can do something about it. That when we galvanize the forces of our two communities, we can actually create a better society for everyone. And the last thing I say, because those that know me know I can't not say it, is mention one of my personal heroes, Martin Luther King Jr., who was assassinated 45 years ago today. And I think that his dream is still alive in the America that has become through the kind of things that we can do together when we imagine what is possible. So I thank you for participating in that journey. Remember that Café Finjan, just like this whole initiative, is not a spectator sport. It is a participatory engagement, so I hope that you will be engaged, and the MCs that are going to come out in a second are going to try to engage you in that. So the MCs for tonight are, I am proud to say, Adam Shamus and Taz Rashid. They are amazingly creative, innovative, artistic individuals. They play music, they produce events, they do a lot of amazing things. You can read about it in the program book, and they're going to come out and tell you a little bit about themselves as well. So a big round of applause for Adam and Taz, and thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, coming out to Café Finjan. First of all, we'd like to thank the American Islamic College for hosting us. So let's give it up for American Islamic College for having this beautiful place. You ask me to come up a little bit?
You know, we want to encourage everybody to finish your eating, come on up a little closer to each other. Folks in the back, there's going to be people coming in late, but if you can move up a little bit, get a little closer to some other folks, that would be wonderful. So once again, I'm Adam, this is Taz. We're your MCs for tonight. Taz and I work together in a few different ways. We're both creative artists and musicians doing projects throughout the city. Professionally, I'm a speaker and facilitator focusing on innovation and team building events.
I've been producing a lot of conscious events throughout Chicago, Wisconsin, California, yoga, music festivals, and dance parties. Maybe you guys have heard of an event called Club Divine. Anybody in the city? Maybe. It's a conscious party, all walks of life coming together in celebration.
I'm also executive director of Poetry Pals, an interfaith kids program. You might have seen the video before. 4th, 5th, 6th graders get together, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, and others. Taz,
and I'm one of the poet educators at this program as well. And
a fantastic drummer as well. So we're very excited to be here. It's a thrill to be here. Welcome, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hold on a second, Taz. What did you say?
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Now, I don't know. I'm Jewish.
Yeah, we know.
I think. And maybe some of the other Jews and non-Muslims in the audience have felt the same way I do. But when I've heard Assalamu alaikum, I always feel a little bit out of the loop.
Let me just help you out. Well, see, I'm from Bangladesh. I'm a little lazy with the whole Assalamu alaikum. So we just say Assalamu alaikum, you know. But you may have heard Assalamu alaikum. Have you guys maybe heard that? A few of you in here? Okay. Do you have something similar?
That's true. In Hebrew, there's a very similar phrase. Any Jews or others know it? Shalom aleichem.
Aleichem.
Shalom aleichem. So, Asaf, can you put it up? So I know I needed a little help to understand the greeting. because not only when you say Assalamu alaikum, but what's the response?
There's a response. The response is Walaikum assalam. Maybe you've heard of that.
And similarly, if you say Shalom alaikum, the response is Alaikum Shalom.
Wow.
And that means peace be upon you. And if you want to respond to it, you'd say upon you be peace. Here it is over here. So I think, we're creative guys. This is a creative evening. We are celebrating creativity. We call the theme Renaissance. What we want to do is embrace what is changing for the good in both of our cultures and also the way that we're collaborating. So we're having a Renaissance. Part of Renaissance is participating and it's all being creative. So we want to try it out. Can you help us out with this little phrase here?
We're going to break up the crowd in Assalamu alaikum. Adam's going to guide us through that.
So over here, can you, when I point, you say Asa?
Asa.
Let's try it again.
Asa.
This half here, Lamu. Try back here.
Lamu. Lamu.
Alaikum.
And the response.
Let's try it again. Beautiful. And the response would be?
Walaikum. This half. Walaikum. Assalam.
I like
all right.
it.
And we're going to get the Hebrew greeting in there as well. And then a little bit of English.
So I'm sure you guys are good enough. We're going to just do the greetings back and forth. You can do it separately. You can do it all together. Guys, let's give us a little beat.
1, 2, 3, 4. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam.
Let's try that again.
Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam. Now in Hebrew.
Assalamu alaikum.
Not yet.
All right,
Hebrew. Shalom alaikum. Alaikum shalom.
English. Peace be upon you, be peace. One more time, all three. Assalamu
alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Shalom alaikum. Alaikum shalom. English. Peace be upon you. Upon you be peace.
So now what we'd like to do is extend that greeting to each of us. So I'm going to ask everybody to please stand up. Come on, stand up, everybody. And let's at least greet 3 or 4 people around us. Use one of the greetings, use the response, share your name and one reason why you came here tonight. So I encourage you to talk to some people, say hello to some people. Taz and I will play for a minute. Let's meet each other.
1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully you had a chance to meet some of your neighbors. Maybe you met somebody new, hopefully. And I'd like to thank our sponsors.
It's great to have everybody here. We're very excited to be sharing this night of performances by Jews and Muslims. Artwork is outside. What we're going to do is have a couple acts, take a break for prayer, come back, do a couple other things we'll tell you all about.
We'd also like to thank Changing Worlds for their sponsorship. Just a little bit about them. Their unique programming approach integrates cultural, family, and community histories with the writing and the arts to help students explore their own backgrounds, promote peace, and learn about others. So we'd like to thank them
and
as well.
And thank you to all our sponsors. We'll thank you individually a little bit later.
And now we'd like to bring out Omar Muzaffar. Omar, come on out. He's going to introduce the Greenhouse Conservatory. There he is.
Omar, I think you need to use this microphone.
Zane, grab the curtain. Grab the curtain. Okay.
Mine passed away today. That's Roger Ebert. If you can join me very quickly in a short moment of prayer on his behalf in your own words. Thank you very much. So this is in his memory. Sadness, but happiness. This is the world premiere of our greenhouse project. The details are in the program, but in a very simple nutshell, the idea is that each and every one of us has a seed of light within us. Some of us grow that seed of light by way of knowledge. Some of us grow that seed of light by way of family. And our project is to grow that seed of light by way of the arts. We have my students here, Asim, Zane, and Johnny.
Check. Zane.
There we go. Cool. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Again, my name is Zain. This is Asim and Jami. We're just going to play a couple of songs that we wrote. And okay, fine. This first one is a song that I wrote. It's called Lifetime. Precious teardrops hit the floor. Oh, questioning your choice of open door. 'Cause all you wanted was to change. Oh, everything that caused the pain. And all the love you saved for all these rainy days somehow got washed away in this endless storm. And all the ones who played are all the ones who didn't stay. Oh, it's a violent game that breaks down your soul. So when the lights turn, when things you believe through the dark night, I'll be what you need until the sun shines on you and me for a lifetime. Yeah, yeah, whoa. Second chance is all you need. Oh, I swear you'll get that chance with me. So if you trust yourself again, oh, you know we'll make it in the end. All the ones who paid, all the things you gave, sacrifices you made, I'm not gone in vain. And all the ones who played are all the ones who didn't stay. Oh, it's a violent game that shakes up your fate. When the lights die, when things you believe through the dark night, I'll be what you need until the sun shines on you and me for a lifetime. Yeah, yeah, for a lifetime.
'cause all the ones who played are all the ones who didn't stay. Oh, it's a violent game, but I won't let you go. So when the lights down, when things you believe through the dark nights, I'll be what you need until the sun shines on you and me for a lifetime. Yeah, yeah, oh, for a lifetime. Yeah, yeah, oh. Thank you very much, guys.
That's all right. Special thanks also to Dr. Ali at American Islamic College, and our first full show would be in just a couple of weeks on April 23rd, whatever that Wednesday is, at 24th at Concordia College.
All right. Assalamualaikum guys, my name is Jami. So me and Zayn both have EPs, LPs out right now, and we have some copies on us, so if you want to buy some and help us pay rent, that would be awesome. All right, this song is called Hello Miss, and it's on my new LP that's out.
Can't help but smile. We are like children, bearing our souls on our sleeves. Your mother will love me, and father respect me, and the rest will follow suit. Oh, we didn't know time could happen to us. Not invincible to the clock, and they won't be able to see it on you, but you will go great, and I will too, and there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep. Yeah, there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep. Let down those walls, we can both breathe now. We have been blessed with each other. So do as you please, worry not what they think. How we have been graced with each other. But oh, we didn't know time could happen to us. Not invincible to the clock, and they won't be able to see it on you, but you will go great, and I will too, and there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep. Yeah, there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep. I wanna talk your ear off, and you don't have to listen to me, but I hope you will show me you love me, and maybe someday you'll sing me to sleep. Yeah, there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep, and there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep. Yeah, there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep. Yeah, there's no one I'd rather sing to sleep.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, guys. To find Jami, he's on jamibeg.com, and you can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/ZaneMusic.
Thank you.
All right, let's give it up for Greenhouse Conservatory. Awesome job. Let's give it up. Come on. Let's come on all the way, set everything up here. Thank you, guys. So next up, I mean, it's not a party without a comedian, right? You want to laugh, you came here, you want to meet some nice people, have a laugh. So we actually have an amazing award-winning comedian Skyping in today, Dean Abidallah. Anyone heard of him? All right, so I'm going to read this because we're setting him up over there right now through Skype. He's actually appeared on Comedy Central's Axis of Evil special. Maybe you've heard of that. ABC's The View, definitely have heard of that. PBC's special Muslim, and we're calling him right now, Muslim American Comedies Come of Age. And he can be seen weekly on CNN.
Hello.
That's pretty cool. There he is, right there. We'll be with you in just a second.
Hey, let me turn the camera on again.
So he also co-created a stand-up comedy show, Stand Up for Peace, with Jewish comedian Scott Blakeman. Sure. And they perform at all schools all throughout the country in hopes of fostering understanding between people of different faiths. So amazing program. He's also co-creator of the annual New York Arab American Comedy Festival. So I think he's ready. Let you guys go.
I can see a red curtain. Not yet. Are there people there? Oh my gosh, there are people there. Hello. No one wanted to sit in the front. I have to love that. Yeah, sure. Can you hear me clearly? And do you want me to just start my little chat? First, thanks for having me. I'm honored that you asked me to speak. And thank you to the 8 people who clap. And if I speak too quickly or it gets muffled, someone tell me, because I'm not sure with the connection if it'll be slow or not. But I was asked to speak about my work, which I'm doing now, one with comedy, but also the film called The Muslims Are Coming. And it was about an activist project to use comedy to counter Islamophobia, as well as, just as importantly, build bridges between people of other faiths in America. So we did a bunch of free comedy shows across the South with all Muslim comedians. We also had Jewish and Christian comics join us in certain shows. And we set up tables down in the South, like in Georgia and Alabama, said ask a Muslim a question, which scared a lot of people, which was fun though. We met a lot of great people. Can you still hear me? Because I'm not hearing the echo anymore. Okay. And there's some really, we went through the South, through Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, and then we went to the West, Utah, Arizona, and to Idaho as well. And the film is coming out September 17th, but also in the film are some really good people like Jon Stewart from The Daily Show's in it, comedians like Louis Black and David Cross and Janine Garofalo, and Rachel Maddow from MSNBC is in it, Russell Simmons is in it. So we have a great lineup of people and comedians, and hopefully the film will make people laugh. That's really a big part of it, but also educate people as well and be informative and answer their questions. We have a mom in the movie answering a few serious questions. So it's about half to 2/3 funny, but a third of it's serious. We have Congressman Ellison, the first Muslim congressman. He's in the film. We interviewed him, talking about some of the concerns people have, like Sharia law, and showing, explaining how this is a ridiculous concern in America, but still it has to be said. So that's the big part of the film. And can I just keep talking, or do you have any questions?
Dean, were there any interesting or funny things that happened while you were filming in all different parts of America?
Well, there were some. I mean, the most interesting things were the shows were all for free, by the way. I should point it out. It's the only tour I went on that we lost money because we wanted to do the shows for free to meet people. We didn't want it to make it for profit. We made it for negative profit, frankly. And we never knew if people were going to show up or not. And our first show, we only had about 20 people, and we're like, oh, this is terrible. We wasted a lot of time. We were in Georgia somewhere. But then the next show in Florida, in the same town where the crazy guy who wanted to burn the Quran, we went to his town to do his show, sort of in his face. And about 350 people came out. And from there, every other show had 300, 400 people at a show. Really great people. We met some open-minded people from all different faiths. We had a lot of Christian and Jewish people come to the shows to stand with us. And the audience were very diverse, mostly non-Muslim. So we were really reaching the people we want to. We don't have to tell Muslims we're fine. It's telling people who don't know us, who've never met a Muslim, not been exposed to Muslims, that what they're hearing a lot in the media, especially in Fox News, is not accurate. So that was the biggest thing. I took away that most Americans, frankly, are very tolerant, open-minded people. Sometimes they're just not given information about the issue and think the worst of us. So I'm much more hopeful.
That's great. And for yourself, what kind of experiences have you had? You're half Palestinian, half Italian, right?
Yes.
That's an interesting combo.
It is a lot of material from the craziness of both sides of my family, the Italians. Are there any Italians tonight here at all? Any Italians? No Italians. Can you relate to being Italian? You've been to the Olive Garden? Anybody? Maybe that'll help. Any Palestinians? Any people of Palestinian heritage? A few. All right. Fair enough. My mom is born in the U.S., but my grandparents are from Sicily, and my father was born in the 1930s in what was then Palestine, which is now referred to as the West Bank. And he came here in the 50s to America. And I grew up in North Jersey, in a town where everyone was either Italian or my father. It was a very unique experience. I actually brought up to school for show and tell when I was a kid because I never met an Arab man before. It was a lot of fun. Well, my shows talk about a lot of issues. I talk about politics a great deal, American politics. I talk about being Arab and being Muslim in America and the good and the challenges. I mean, I talk about how it's challenging at times being Muslim, but it could be more difficult. They could give hurricanes Muslim names. That wouldn't help us. Like, Hurricane Mahmoud is coming. That's not going to help Muslims in this country. So we deal with that. I deal a lot with my comedy about traveling across the Middle East. I've had the fortune of performing from Egypt to Lebanon, across the region, Haifa, Ramallah, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, many times, and how comedy really unifies, it brings people together. And I think that's the beauty of stand-up comedy. It brings people together to laugh and have a good time, and you really focus on our commonality as human beings and not our divisions based on race or ethnicity. Sure, nice. Hopefully, inshallah, I'll see you guys in person. I'll come and do a show there or something, which I would prefer. Much better than Skype. And I say, inshallah, I mean, inshallah, yes. It's not inshallah, maybe, or inshallah, no. Let's not. I just hear noise. But thank you, guys. Have a good night, and best of luck with your projects and your work.
Thanks a lot, Dean. Good night.
All right, big hand for Dean Amador.
All right.
All right, we're going to squeeze in one more act before we're going to break for prayer. So I'd like to call up Ina Marks, who is a social activist involved in Makom Shalom Jewish Renewal Synagogue, been involved with JCOA, Coalition Against the Death Penalty, Interfaith Worker Justice. She's going to be performing a poem for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Ina Marks.
Wow, okay, when I see this amazing audience, I know maybe I don't even need to read my poem because all the changes that I'm going to be advocating for are possible. And when I finish, like, if everyone can say, yes, we can, like, or in another language. So, anyway, each generation has its own justice fight, a set of wrongs we need to right. Our nation, conceived in slavery, saw abolition come through bravery. Votes for women, an 8-hour day, were once just imagined and seemed far away. But whenever problems plagued our land, brave women and men took a stand. When we were asked to be God's hands and voice, a loud, clear yes was our choice. But now, as the forces of injustice grow, we must all stand together and shout out, no! No to speech that's filled with hate, that stifles genuine debate. No to telling us we don't belong, or the way we pray is wrong. No to decent education for just a few. No to telling some couples they cannot say I do. No to different health care for rich and poor. And no to those who put profit above finding a cure. And no to raids and deportations. They are a disgrace to our immigrant nation. And the loudest no to thinking our voices are weak, or we can only imagine the justice we seek. For when we reclaim our yes and all take a stand, we can once again spread justice all over the land. Yes, we can.
That's good. All right. Let's give it up for Ino Marks, everyone. That was beautiful.
Yeah. All right, we got a lot more great acts coming up after intermission. We're going to take a break for prayer now. The prayer room is right across the hall. You can get more of a bite to eat.
Be sure to also check out all this visual art. There's amazing art out there from Bert Menko, Zainab, Zeb Khan, Amin Sardar Malik, and Gabriel Boros. Their bios are all in your program. Let's give it up for them. Beautiful works of art.
Beautiful
Please go
stuff.
support, check it out, and we'll be seeing you out there.
If you need something else to do, you'll also notice there's a couple essays in your program. Let me just mention Ellen Blum-Barish and Aaron Cohn, and bios are available there. And so for the call of prayer, I'd like to call up Gerald Hankerson. Come on up, Gerald.
He's also a poet educator. We talked about Poetry Pals.
Gerald works with us at Poetry Pals as well. And Gerald is also outreach coordinator for CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations. Take it away. Oh.